Hey, this is Brandon Pickleball Effect. Today we're going to review the Hurache X by 11Six24. So I'm always on the hunt for a good paddle that's off the beaten path, and I found that in the Hurache X. So there's a couple things that stand out about it that made me want to try it. One is that it's a true elongated shape, but it has a unique head design. So they commissioned a custom mold to create this paddle. It has a slightly tapered head, so you can see it get narrower as it gets lower, and then it has that nice curved top to it. So it looks really sharp and is unique to this paddle. And then they also coupled that with a longer handle at 6 inches. We're seeing longer handles get more common. Typically we see them at 5.5, but they came in at 6 inches with this one. And I'll speak more to that in the playtest. And then the second thing that stood out to me is the facing material they're using. A lot of brands call out whether the facing material is a fiberglass or carbon fiber material, but they don't say how many layers of material they put on each side of the paddle. And I like that they call out how many layers they're using. So they're using 3 layers of material on each side. They have a carbon fiber that's sandwiching a fiberglass layer. Carbon fiber is known for giving you a little more control, while fiberglass is known for giving you a little more power and pop. So I was interested to see how that combo worked together. And then additionally, this is thermoformed and has the foam injection around the perimeter. And then the stats look really nice on it too. So when we look at the numbers here, the swing weight comes in at 117, while the twist weight comes in at 6.32. This is a well-balanced, elongated paddle. A lot of elongated shapes come into higher teens, maybe even low 20s sometimes. So it's nice to see this well-balanced weight distribution. And then it's coupled with a good twist weight of 6.32, which falls in right on my average number for twist weight. So I would expect this to be forgiving and not give us any issues there. And this especially strong twist weight number, considering that it has a lower swing weight and it is an elongated paddle. So my paddle came in at 7.9 ounces. Depending on what yours is, it may adjust the swing weight a little bit, but it's going to be in the ballpark of 117. And then to finish it off, it's a great price. So they're retailing at $139.99. If you use my discount code 10effect, it brings it down to $129.99, which is a very affordable price, especially for how premium I thought it played. So this is the Hurache X by 11Six24. Let's go put it on the court and see how it plays. After drilling and playing with the paddle for over 2 weeks, here's my review on its performance. Thermoformed paddles got popular because of the extra power, pop, and stability they gave you over past generation paddles. However, as time has gone by, it seems like thermoformed paddles have all softened up a bit and aren't as offensive as they originally were. My speculation is that the processes and materials changed over time as manufacturers try to reduce delamination issues. The Hurache X brings back that original performance of thermoformed paddles by giving you that little extra power and pop and that firmer feel many players have grown to like. I'm still going to call this an all-court paddle, though it leans towards the power side of the spectrum. You definitely get more on counters and when attacking at close quarters compared to your typical carbon fiber thermo paddle, and like most modern paddles these days, it has good spin potential, with my spin test coming in at an average of 1940 RPMs, which complements the good power and pop it gives you. I also like the balance of the paddle. With a swing weight of 117, it had enough weight to carry through the ball and keep the paddle stable while not feeling overly heavy. It felt natural and moved well. The nice balance is coupled with a solid twist weight measurement of 6.32. The paddle plays forgivingly for an elongated paddle, and I didn't feel like it was causing any unnecessary errors. I liked how it felt and moved out of the box, though there is some wiggle room to play around with adding weight if you wanted to. On the control side, it does have an adjustment period because of the little extra offensive capabilities of the paddle, but it can be tamed, and the good stability and forgiveness of the paddle helps as well. If you've been playing with a carbon fiber thermoform paddle, then you'll be able to adjust to this one. Just don't expect an immediate transition there. You'll need to make some adjustments on resets and drops to bring the ball down with the extra pop it gives you, but overall, the transition was pretty natural and easy for me. The paddle played consistently, and the bounce off the face was predictable, and I felt confident in my soft game at the end of my 2-week playtest. As for the feel of impact, it has a slightly stiffer or firmer feeling than your typical thermoform paddle that is reminiscent of the first thermoform paddles that came out. I liked how it felt off the face since I've become so accustomed to that crisp response that I like it now, but if you're looking for a super soft, plusher feel, then this doesn't have that. Let's talk about the longer 6-inch handle for a moment. Here's a picture of the handle next to a 6.0 and Volair paddle that both have 5.5-inch handles. I play a lot of two-handed shots, and the longer handle felt comfortable and natural with those. I've played with handles longer than 6 inches, and those have always felt too long and seem to eat up meaningful paddle surface area, but the 6-inch length didn't feel that way. I honestly couldn't tell a difference between this one and other 5.5-inch long handles I've hit, and I'm not sure if 6 inches really gives you an advantage over 5.5, though I didn't think it took away from it either. Though I do think 5.5 inches feels and plays much different from a 5-inch handle. Outside of it feeling comfortable for two-handed shots, the longer handle also gives you the benefits of extra leverage when finishing points and when driving the ball. If you don't play any two-handed shots, I wouldn't let the longer handle deter you from getting it since it feels so similar to 5.5, and thermoform paddles are more forgiving near the throw area anyway, so it doesn't feel like it takes away any meaningful space from the head. There are still benefits to longer handles other than just room for two-handed shots, and the 6 inches surprisingly didn't feel like it was too much. So here's my recommendation. I think this is a good paddle at a good price. It offers some extra offensive ability while maintaining good forgiveness and a pleasant weight distribution, which makes it more player-friendly and accessible. It plays in between an all-court paddle and a power paddle, which makes it a great option for players who want a little more offensive ability over their carbon fiber thermoform paddle. But if you're someone who is looking to move from a control paddle to something with more offense, then this might be a little too much power and pop, and your standard carbon fiber thermoform paddle would probably be the way to go there. So that's everything I have for you. I hope that helped. If you decide to pick one up, there's a link in the description to it, and please use my code 10effect for a discount and to help support my review efforts. Thank you.